Hey, what's going on? Strat Soldier here for the weekend shift. How you guys doing? Good morning, good morning. It is the first week of March 7th, the very first Saturday of March, and it has been good morning. Marlon B is in the house. Marlon B's in the house. We got Katie. How you doing? Good morning. Jimmy about to go do some soccer. We got the Beach Bum and Terry Baker. Good morning. We had a good coaching session before this. If you are missing out on those coaching sessions, get in there, go to the membership section of the YouTube channel and join the Strat Warriors. Okay, you get a coaching session, you get macro videos. All right, and then you get daily videos of to help you create a daily watch list every day, and then go over what happened in the market for that day. All right, Ryan's in the house. Jay, what's up? How you guys doing? And so go check it out, and then go check out thestratsoldier.com. We had the Strat Camp webinar last Wednesday. That was awesome. More opportunities there. Go check out the execution course where I talk about the first universal truth. And then there's two more courses after that. Go check those out. And if you want one of these coffee mugs, all right, I can send you a link directly. I should probably put that in the chat. I can send you a link directly. But also, if you get the Strat Camp webinar, not Strat Camp webinar, the Strat Starter Kit, it comes with 2 ebooks, Zero to Trading and Hammer and Force, and you get one of these coffee mugs. All right, let's see here. Maybe I got that in this thing for the coffee mug. Yeah, copy that. Let me copy this. Copy, and put it in the link. There you go. For the coffee mug for you guys. There you go. Bam. Bam. So there you go. If you want that coffee mug, there you go. There's a coffee mug. Get that thing. Get one of those things. Get it sent straight to your house. It's early. 8 a.m. here. Man, 8 a.m. Thank you so much for getting up at 8 o'clock to watch me talk. Thank you. Thank you, Molly B. Thank you so much. Yeah, those people on the west side, the west coast, they have to get up super early to trade. Super early. I can't believe how early you guys got to get up. It's crazy. Zay is in the house. What's up, Zay? Go check out his show over there at Late Night Leverage. It's an awesome show. It's fun. It's fun. We're gonna go to Twitter and talk about some stuff. But first things first, I'm sure you guys saw me post it, and it's not a big huge deal, but I think it's important to talk about. I got chopped up. All right, I got chopped up, and then I got chopped up. And a lot of these people, they only show the good stuff. They only show, the huge giant wins and, the $4,000 here, $2,000 there, all these great wins. And I just figured I'd show you some reality. All right. I got chopped up yesterday in SPY. We'll talk about that a little bit more when we get to the charts. All right. So, and I post that not to be like, feel sorry for me, because I don't want you to do that at all. All right. It's just, reality check. You know what I mean? It happens to everybody. So if you felt bad this week that you didn't hit what you were supposed to hit, or you made some mistakes, don't worry about it. All right. Don't worry about it. You will come back. Mistakes happen. Mistakes happen. That's why I posted it. Mistakes happen. All right. They happen. What was your position that you got chopped up in? I got some 630. Well, let's just go to it. I'll go to it. All right, so I got in on this hammer in force right here on the 60s. Right here on the 60s on SPY right here at hammer in force at 674.35. I got the 673 call, and it was great for that very first hour. It was awesome. All right. Then starts messing around. All right, starts doing this, and try to do battle, try to stay in there, and it was, like I said, it was just a mess. And I finally got stopped out of that, and I'm out. All right, I'm out of that crap. But I got chopped up in here, and then later on, you see, of course, it's easy to see that evidently. Okay, I knew that here. All right, But then, obviously we're getting chopped up in here. All right. So it's easy to see as the candles developed. One thing that what caught me up was on March 3rd, between 3 and 4, March 3rd and 4th, you had a 2-2 reversal up. Well, March 3rd, we had that gap down. All right. March 3rd, we had a gap down right here. All right. March 3rd, gap down, 212 back up, and it went up the rest of the day. All right. That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Okay. So Friday, gap down, 2-2 reversal back up, hammer in force. I'm like, okay, here we go. This is probably going to run the day, because the price action has been nasty and it keeps going back to the middle. Let me go back to this daily chart. Keeps going back to the middle of the range. Me and you, Zay, were talking about that as well. Keeps going back to the middle of the range. So I'm like, okay, the day is green. I didn't think it was going to get all the way back to 685, but I thought, okay, it's going to get back in here somewhere. Maybe give me at least 680. It's going to be good. Marley B says, I thought you didn't trade options. Yeah, I know. It's another, every time, that's one of those things. You come back to it and you re-engage, and then you get smacked in the face again. I told you stop messing with them options. That's what life was telling me. That's what that. No, sometimes it's good. Sometimes like anything, sometimes it's good, sometimes it sucks. Hindsight, 2020. That's right. And that's trading. Period. Sometimes you have trades that work, and you have some trades that just don't. All right. They're hard to quit. Yeah, they are hard to quit. Let's go to, they're hard to quit, especially when you got Zay out here. You got Zay. Zay's got some, if you don't mind me showing, Zay put it on Twitter, but he's got some good positions on the broader averages all the way out to September 2026 leap contracts. Some far out contracts, and he's doing really good. So you see something like that and you're like, okay, all right, let me go ahead and look at these options one more time. Options are a hell of a drug. That's what, I don't know if anybody remembers that Rick James. I'm sure I'm on people's big screen right there. So this is a family show, so I'm not going to get too much into all that, but it's all good. It happens. What's up? Brent is in the house. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's my intro. Honestly, I got chopped up in this. And we're still talking about intro stuff, okay? Twitter name. Zay, can you put your Twitter name in there? They want to follow you. Well, I guess I'll show it here just a second. But I got chopped up in this, guys, all right? I got chopped up. Yes, I knew it was two down on the month, two down on the week, all right? But again, it was green on the day. I'm like, all right, we got hammer and force on the 60s. This is going to be good. And it was not, all right? It happens. So just showing you a little bit of I don't know, just showing you a little bit of reality check type thing, It happens. And some people, I don't know. Some people feel bad. Some people feel like you have to win every trade, all the trades, and you don't. You're not gonna, So that's the only reason I showed it. You're not gonna win all the trades. What the heck? Come on. Hold on. Come on, screen. So what had happened? Let's go see if there's anything funny on Twitter real quick. All right, funny things in Twitter. Shout out to Vince. He's doing some things. He's got some. I can't show his tweet, but he's showing some funny stuff. He's like, get up. Let's look at some charts. That's what he says. Get up and let's look at some charts. Zay is in the house. We'll show his Mike. Yeah, this was it. Now, I'm not necessarily advertising that as like, hey, look at this. I'm just saying it happens, all right? That's all. That's all. Reality check. It happens. I got chopped up in some options. Yeah, my options, Mike, not easy week even for seasoned traders. It wasn't. I was like this. I was like, wait a minute. Pimp down. Pimp down. Uh-oh. Pimp down. I was like, oh, this ain't good. This is not good. All that stuff from, all that psychology from Agnieszka Wood, that definitely came into play because I was like, all right, I'm out. I'm out. I was talking about, shout out to Nigel, but he says a lot of cyber stocks like Hack, Hammer, and Force on the week. All right, shout out to him. I was talking about FTNT, Hammer and Force on the week. That was really good. That was a good one off the weekly watch list. And so there you go. Yeah, again, chopping them up. Chopping them up. I'm out of the position by the time I posted this thing, but I was like getting chopped up in here. Whoa, it happens, man. So don't feel bad if that happens to you, okay? Don't feel bad. Don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up. That's what I'm saying. I thought there was some other funny stuff in here. AAL to the lows. Shout out to Mr. F2 Rev. He's talking about some things already gapping down. Swings are insane right now. Yeah, swings are insane right now. Shout out to Dividend Dog. Yeah, he posted this thing. It was just like, it was, we'll talk about the price action here in a minute, but it was just up and down. It was a hot mess. It was up and down. What are we going to do? Yeah, a lot of geopolitical stuff going on. Trading in 2026 is like this, I tell you what. It's nuts. It's nuts right now. And it's a lot of chop. It's a lot of messiness. So, is there anything else funny out there? Oh, yeah. Zay, I was talking about Zay's red wire. Honestly, I'm looking for this thing to go 2 up on the month before I get in. I'm looking for this thing to go, what is that, above $10, maybe $10.50 before I get in on that thing. I'm waiting for that thing to go 2 up on the month. Show me the buyers are really in there. Let me see here. Let me go to Zay's thing real quick. He's doing some really good things. Let me see here if I can find it real. Yeah, here you go. All right. EOG, he's in on EOG. There's that September contract I was talking about. He's doing amazing. He doesn't necessarily trade the Strat, but he's here learning the Strat, and I'm sure that it is it's helping his positions. All right, I'm sure it's helping what he's doing. All right, April, March. All right, and the best thing about what I'm talking about with Zay here is why I'm showing this stuff is he said straight up, I see the day trading stuff. I see the everybody loves the day trading. But he's like, I'm more of a swing trader. That's what works for me. I'm a swing trader, and that's awesome. That's awesome. Stick to what works. All right, look at this. Look at this fun right here. Rigetti, back to the lows, missed revenue, but I put this on there. Rigetti. I don't know. I think that's funny. It might understand that. Yep, Dominic. Let's see here. That's about it for last week. Again, check out those Strat Camp webinars, all right? Learn the entire Strat in one night, all right? And you also get a recording of that session and the slides and everything like that. Everything like that, so you continue to look over those lessons over and over and over, all right? So that's my intro. Let's see, anybody else who's new out here? Anybody else new out here? Oh, no, same people. Okay, very good. Okay. Yeah. That's a great meme. Love it. Guilty. Jimmy says guilty, even the losing ones. Yeah, it happens, man. 0 DTE. No, it wasn't 0 DTE. I didn't do 0 DTE, but it was only a couple days out. The chop in the indexes, individual names have been a lot better. Excuse me. Chop in the indexes, individual names have been a lot better. Yeah, I agree with that. The Beach Bum says he's primarily a swing trader as well. Awesome. Yes, I do know that. That's awesome. That's awesome. So definitely sticking to the shares. I like. I just thought I saw an opportunity, and oof, I got wrecked. So it happens. It happens, man. I do trade options, but I trade them sparingly. Okay. So let's go over what happened last week. All right, we already did a little bit of that. I'm looking at what happened last week. When I trade with all 4 charts up like this: the monthly, the weekly, the daily, and the 60. This shows me what? Say it out loud. Time frame continuity. That's right, time frame continuity. And Friday we had a 2-2 down on the day. 2-2 continuation down, and did hit magnitude, and it was coming back up. All right. So it was green most of the day, but then ends red. QQQ, pretty much the same thing. All right, 2 down on the week, 2 down on the month, 2 down on the week, 2 down on Friday. Here's your days, goes up, comes back down. All right, here's the rest. Here's the entire week. Comes up and then back down, up and back down. Remember that boat gifts up and down and up and down and up and down. It's just been a mess. It's been messy. All right. Dow Jones 2-2 continuation down on the week, shooter in force on the month, and it did hit magnitude at 478.74. All right, hold on, 478.74. Yep. And then the next one at 473.35. Okay, so to the lows, and then here a lot better trend, more consistent trend to the downside on the daily in the 60s. All right, Dow Jones. Let's see, Russell 3000. I'm probably going to quit looking at that one. Why are my symbols all messed up? That's better. UVXY and VXX going back to the highs. That means volatility is coming back up. All right, VIX is going back up. All right, you don't necessarily want to go long. Rob used to tell us you don't want to go long UVXY and VXX, but once it starts going down, you can start shorting it. Okay. Utilities. Let's go to the multi-view. Let's go to multi-view. All right, multi-view. All right, I used to call this Rob Vision, but you can see right here, red. All right, mostly red, and then tech, we had a 2-2 down on the week, ends as a doji. All right, ends as a doji, no actionable signal there. Utilities, 2 down. All right, 2 down on the week, not doing great at all. XLE, 2 up on the week and a red. Boo, Labu, 2-2 down on the week. All right, reversal back down. Well, it's been a really messy week. 2-2 back down on XLV Healthcare. 2-2 down on this. Retail. Shaking my head. Semiconductors, 2-2 back down as well on the week. All right. 2-2 back down, and then XLP, even consumer staples. All right. 2-1-2 back down. All right. So most of the sectors back down on the week, and I'm not seeing any actionable signals for next week. So we're probably just going to scan for inside weeks and look for continuations to the downside. It's more than likely what we're going to do. Yep. So a lot of signals to the downside. All right. And because I don't have really much to say about a lot of that. All right. Just a lot of downside action. Any good trades you guys have? Any good trades that you guys had? Put it in the chat. Dub Jones is in the house. Leaps and swings are where it's at. Heck yeah. See, it says, but people lack patience. Yeah, Yep. Marlon B says that's why I just stick to TQQQ and SOXL. Okay, good. Good, very good. We going down. Yeah. We going down. Cause the signals ain't around. Man, golly. My portfolio is all upside down. Oh, I can't sing. EOG. Well, let's go over the watch list for last week because I don't have much to say on no actionable signals in the broader averages or the sectors. All right, so we're going to quickly go down this one. EOG played out fantastically. Okay, let's go down. Tesla 2 down on the week. We did have a nice 2-2 reversal back up on the 3rd and the 4th. All right, that was good for a daily trade, for a day trade, but then just kind of fizzles out. All right, Adobe was good. All right, 2-2 reversal back up at 264.32. Back to the highs. Not too up on the month yet, but those are some great days, great 60s. Visa 2-2 reversal back up. Didn't go very far. All right, did not go very far. XRT retail to the, rocket to the lows. Boo. But Terry Baker was talking about this in the coaching session. Yes, you could have got in on this. 212 down below, 1-3 down. All right, 1-3 down, which is a rev strat, 1-bar rev strat, 1-3 below 16-17 to the lows. All right, yes, you could have taken that. Okay, and that would have reconfirmed the selling on the week and the month. MU did go 2-2 down on the week, and it hit it hit the first target, didn't quite hit the second target, missed it by just a couple pennies, but that was still good. CAR didn't do much. UNH didn't do much. Walmart to the lows. All right, ACN, hammer in force on the week. You can still be in that, but it didn't really do a lot. All right. FTNT was a winner for this week. Didn't hit magnitude though. All right, it technically did not hit magnitude, but you can still be in that. All right, that was a good one. GPN, a mess. SMPS, inside week, the whole week. TEL to the lows. All right, now these were like dollar spreads, almost $2 spreads on the options. So I understand if you did not take these options. All right, now these options did end at like $27 on the options to the lows. All right, these puts ended up at $27, but I understand if you would have skipped it if you were like, nah, I don't like these spreads. I get that. EOG, Zay was talking about to the highs. All right, and the best thing about this is it's not at all-time highs. That's the best thing about EOG. There's still some room on this. All right, so 212 back up above 125.71. All right, that was good. COP, that was not good. All right, this one was not good. I didn't do much at all. All right, it triggered and then just kind of fizzled out. Here's your dailies. All right, it triggered and then crap the rest of the week. All right, yeah. COP not doing much. Chevron to the highs, 312 up. You can still be in that, but that's messy, and it is that all-time highs? I'm pretty sure it is. Yep, it's at all-time highs. So we're probably going to see some profit taken on that soon. Don't start shorting that till we see some actionable signals to the lows, though, okay? Don't do that. Let's see here. Soccer is starting. Jimmy's got to go do soccer. All right, have a good week, man. Have a good week. Have a great Saturday. Hey, I'm glad we, thank you for being here. EOG played out. Yeah. Yeah, EOG was a good setup. All right, Wendy's in the house. Wendy said, all right, show me some, she wants to look at shop. All right, very good. And that's what happened last week on the weekend shift, all right? So FTNT was good to the upside. Tel, EOG, Adobe, MU. Those were the winners this week. So what was that 4, maybe 5? All right. Oh, Apple. Forgot about Apple. Shooter in force on the week. It did hit magnitude and it did trigger shooter in force on the month. All right. So will we get down to 244.92? That's the question there. That's the question on Apple. All right. It's messy out there. So what you want to do is you want to go to your watch list for the week and clear it up. Here on TrendSpider, I got to leave something in there. So I got to leave that one in there. So there's no actionable signal on Tesla really, but I got to leave something in there. Same thing with your daily watch list. Every day you want to clear this thing. All right. Edit. Clear your daily watch lists. You don't want to just have a bunch of junk in there. All right. Know what you're looking for. Know what you're looking for. Know what you're looking at. Monthly signals. We'll look at monthly signals. It's about that time. It's about that time to start looking for actionable signals for next week. So Wendy's already got the jump on you. Whatever signal, whatever tickers you guys want to look at, put them in the chat. You too, Zay. Whatever tickers you want to look at. I know we have different criteria for looking at things, but put it in the chat. We'll get that going. All right. Whatever you guys want to look at. And if you guys look at the chat and notice, you guys see this little guy right here, that is the super chat. All right, super chat. And the rule is, if you use that thing, I stop what I'm talking about and talk about what you want to talk about. All right, I talk about what you want to talk about. And hey, we got somebody else out here. Very good. Thank you for RTX. All right, good. All right, so let's look for some actionable signals for next week. Let's do it. All right, we in the tank. We in the tank. Gotta be careful though. Gotta be careful. We gotta make sure we don't get we don't bump our head. All right, we gotta make sure we don't bump our head. Gotta get that helmet on. Get your gear on. All right, get your gear on. Wendy said shop. I traded shop last week. All right, all right. Shop. Shopify in the house. Hammer on the month, trying to get above 139.87. And all right, you traded. Okay, you traded last week. All right, shop. Very good. That is so a 1-3 inside bar in a scenario 3. That is a 1 bar red strat. All right, to the highs. So that's good right there. All right, to the highs. And no actionable signal for next week, but you could get a 3-2 up. And again, look for this thing to get above 138.97. 138.97. That could be a good move to the upside. Good reversal on the month up to 196.70. There, hold on. Trying to get up to 170.60. All right, it could do it. All right. So once we go 2 up on the month, you know, if you're still in here from this week and you want to stay in there, that's a good reason to stay. All right, that's a good reason to stay. Someone said, give me RTX. RTX. All-time highs, all right? So it's jammed with buyers. No actionable signal of the week. This one I'll call a Momo Hammer. This is a Momo Hammer. I don't know if I would call this a Momo Hammer. But it's definitely looking like it wants to push to the highs. The only problem is it's jammed with buyers. All right, this is at all-time highs. All-time highs. So it's got no place to go. So 2 things are going to happen. Either it's going to keep going, all right, or they're going to start taking profits and off of that. Just, I mean, I'm not saying it's going to collapse. I'm not saying it's going to collapse. I'm just saying they could take some profits off of it. That's all I'm saying. But this is really good, all right? If you would have grabbed a couple of these back in 2024 at $85, you'd be happy right now, big time happy, all right? Big time happy. Even at 134 back in May of 2025, all right? RTX. All right. All-time highs. No actionable signal for next week, but hey, if you're in that, so far so good. So far so good. Let's see. Zay's got some things in here. AMTM, 2 down on the inside on the month. A lot closer to taking out the lows. Shooter on the week. You're looking for this thing to go long or short? Because I see this thing going short. Below $29.20, and maybe get down to $28.12. Not saying it's going all the way down to 20, but it does have a shooter on the week for next week. You try to go long or short this thing, Zay? Long or short? You're trying to go long or short? AMTM. Let's see here. What are the insiders doing on this one? Nothing. They got nothing to show on that one. Any news? A global leader in advanced engineering and technology solutions will open a new worldwide headquarters in Virginia. Looking to buy. Okay. Looking for a buy. All right. So, honestly, it looks like it wants to go to the lows. But it could go up. It could go up. Maybe we get like it's consolidating on the daily. Definitely consolidating on the daily. Maybe we get maybe it pushes down to 28 and then reverses back up. Maybe it pushes down to 28 and then reverses back up. That could be a thing. I see Boeing in there. Yep, definitely Boeing. But right now, from my perspective, what we look at here looks like it wants to go to the lows, but that doesn't mean it's dead. All right. Region inside on the month, scenario 3 on the day. Again, looking on the week, scenario 3 on the week, shooter on the week. Let's see if they want to take it down below 746.97. The first target's 733.47. Maybe they take it down just a little bit before they go back up. All right, because it has been trending on the month. What's it doing on the quarter? All right, yeah, it's been doing all right. On the year, ooh, yeah, we like that. Hammer on the year. All right, so we definitely want to see if this thing goes above 795.88 because the magnitude's over $1,000. All right. So let's see what region wants to do. I might look at this one. I might put a buy order there at 795. All right, that might be good. But it's got to keep going. All right, it might push down a little bit and then go back up. Right now, consolidating. We'll put that on the macro watch list. All right, for those big boy charts. Looking at those big boy charts. Let's see what else you got in here. Lily's been getting its act together. Lily's been doing all right. 2 down on the month though. All right, again, more consolidating. All right. Lily last quarter was great, coming back down just a little bit, and then on the year. All right, that's what we're looking like on the year. So Lily, all right, okay. No actionable signal on Lily for next week. Region looks good. Yeah, region looks good. I like region. And then KMB. Kimberly Clark. All right, inside on the month, 2 down on the week. What are you trying to do with Kimberly? You trying to go long, Kimberly? Because this looks like it is mess. Probably trying to go long. Looking at what you do, you're probably trying to go long. looking for an entry to get in here. So maybe we get like no actionable signal for next week, but maybe it opens up inside a week, comes up a little bit, and the week after we get a 212 up. Maybe that's what happens here. Long as well. All right, trying to go long. All right, very good. So maybe that gives us a way in. We'll see what it does next week. Probably going to open up inside a week at 104.61, and then looking at the week after, let's see if they want to start going back up. All right. That's what the Strat sees anyway. That's what we're looking at there. Bingo. Yep. All right. Good. Someone said, give me Dominion. Hammer on the week. That's what I'm talking about. Hammer on the week. Inside of the month, but hammer on the week. Let's see if they want to take that above 63.46. The magnitude is 66.56. All right, we'll put that on the watch list for weekly signals. I like that one a lot. All right, and Dominion, not at all-time highs. All right, so that's good. We got some room. What was utilities doing? Oops. Broader averages. Utilities was going down. So, all right. But anyway, Dominion, good. Dominion, working. Looks like it could work for next week. Game. All right, GameStop is not an investment thing, but possible 312 up. All right, that's true. That is true. Possible 312 up. I just don't want people to get stuck in here. All right, there's a lot of people that bought this thing at $64 trying to get their money back. There's people that bought this thing at $47 trying to get their money back. All right, so we'll see if that. What's the guy's name? Roaring Kitty comes back out there and gets that thing going again. But possible 312 back up above $24.37. The magnitude and the target is $25.19. We'll put that on there. It's an actionable signal. We'll do it. Boeing, yes, we're looking at Boeing on the coaching session. Boeing, hammer on the week. All right. Will this thing get back up in through here? All right. That goes in force at 232.49. The first target, which is not a lot, is 236.77. The one after that one is 244.94. Okay. 244.94. Friday was definitely good for this one. All right. They had something good happen here. All right. Ended full time frame continuity to the upside. So Boeing not done yet. Not done. That is awesome. Boeing not done. Will Boeing finally get out of this thing on the quarter? No, actually it's hammer in force on the quarter. That's what I wanted to see. All right, but all of this price action is stuck in this thing right here. Will we finally get above this? All right, looking at the year. All right, it is, once it gets above 242.31, it is 2 up on the year. 2-2 reversal back up on the year. Will we get to 266? The next one, 278. The one after that one, 350.91. All right, if we do, that takes us out of this whole mess from 2020. All right, from COVID. All right, Boeing has been fighting hard to get through all of this. It has. It really has. All right, so it could do it, honestly. It really, really could. Boeing. So Boeing on the watch list. Did I put that on there? Yep, I did. Let's see here. NVAX. NVAX are small accounts. NVAX for the small accounts. Let's see here. Inside on the week for next week. It's still inside on the month, but hey, if that goes above, if that goes 212 up above $10.38, the magnitude's 11, about $12. $12. All right, that could work. We'll put it on there. We'll put it on there for you. We'll put it on there for Marlon B. Let's see here. Marna. All right, Marna. Scenario 3 It is 2 up on the month. That's good. All right. And it is scenario 3 on the week. They took out the lows and the highs. Man, what a mess. Okay. What I mean by what a mess is looking at these dailies. All right, it went up, came back down, and then closed as a hammer. Here's your 60s up, and then back down, and then try to go back up again. Ugh. All right, that's ugly. But let's go put this on the 2 up on the month list, and no actionable signal for next week. But if you are in that, especially down here for $45, you could still be in that. All right, you could still be in that. It is 2 up on the month. All right, Marna, trying to get their act together. It is 2 up on the quarter. Okay. Probably not doing that great on the year. Oh, nope, it's 2 up on the year. 2 back up on the year. Wow. Marna, all right, trading higher than last year. All right, above $48.88. Will it get all the way back up to $169.94? Will it? Will it? I mean, I don't know. That's a big will. All right, we'll see. But wow, it could. I mean, anything can happen. It's possible, right? It's possible. Anything's possible. That would be awesome to say you started a position way down here at $52 and watch that thing continue. All right. You have to look at the yearly chart. Yeah. Yep. I just did that. Let's do it again. Yep. 2 up on the year. Marna, 2 up on the year. It's there. 2 up on the year. Let's see here. Jay says I want to look at. He says he wants to look at NTX. All right, it's about that time. Any questions you guys have about the strat, put it in the chat. Any questions you have, all right? Remember, if you use one of those super chats, I stop talking about what I want to talk about and talk about what you want to talk about. NTX, next power. 2 down on the month, but green, okay? And then 2 down on the week. Not doing great. All right, no actionable signal for next week. If you're trying to go long this thing, you definitely want this thing to go above 105. All right, and then try to get up to 123. But if you're trying to go short, look for, and that continues to go down next week, look for an actionable signal like this, a 2-2 down on the week. All right, excuse me, a 2-2 down on the day to get in on that if that continues to the lows, if you're trying to short that thing. Okay, what does a 2 candle mean? Oh, a 2 candle mean again? Okay. So we believe there's only 3 ways anything can trade here in the strat. All right, we got a scenario. Let me get an arrow on the chart. All right, inside bar doesn't take out either side of the previous range. Scenario 1. Okay, doesn't take out either side of the previous range. Scenario 2, let me find a good one. This is a scenario 2, but it's kind of ugly. Scenario 2, all right, takes out the highs of the previous range, and yes, we count the wicks. All right, we do count the wicks because the price did trade there. So scenario 2 takes out either the highs or the lows. Takes out one side, either the highs or the lows. Okay. And then scenario 3 is an outside bar. Yes, scenario 3 takes out both sides of the previous range, the highs and the lows. Okay, highs and the lows. So then you have a situation right here. All right, scenario 3, 3-2 up. All right, that was the reversal, and then you got 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Of course, this is a trend. All right, a series of 2s in one direction, that's a trend. So yeah, definitely that was a good move for next power, above $71 all the way up to 113. All right, that was great. These are weekly charts. When I trade, this is what I want. I want it to just keep going. And it's easier to manage something like this when I'm in shares. All right, Again, a lot of people are using lead contracts and things like that, but definitely a directional bar. Yeah, Marlin B, that's good. A directional bar. Yep. Either the highs or the lows, 2 up or 2 down. Okay. 2 up or 2 down. This is a 2 up. This is a 2 down. To the lows. To the lows. Good question. Any other questions about the strat? That was a good question. Very good. Snow. Someone said, give me snow. Snow. It's been a long time since anybody's been talking about this one. Snow possible. That's an inside week. So possible 212 back up above 183.81. The first target is 188, which is not a lot, but the second one is 196. 196. Okay. We'll see what they want to do. We'll put it on the watch list because there's not a lot of stuff to look at. All right. We'll put it on there. Someone say, give me T-Mobile. Give me T-Mobile. All right. Inside on the month. Inside on the week. All right. Do we want a good, does this continue up above 222.40? All right, the next target is 224.83. Not a lot, right? But if you're looking on the month, all right, long term, all right, trying to get to 240, trying to get to 259, all right, 2024 was a great year for T-Mobile. Whatever they got, whatever they did here, they did it great, all right. Whatever T-Mobile was doing there, they were doing fantastic. But inside on the month right now. What time frame do you trade? What's up, T? I usually trade weeklies. I trade the weekly charts, all right? Hence why we always do these weekly signals. I want to see things that reconfirm what I'm seeing on the month. I want to trade things that are reconfirming what I'm seeing on the month. For example, hammer, all right? Hammer on the week above $63.54. I want to get $66.48. And remember, time frame continuity. Once this signal goes in force, it's good all week. It's good all week. Go look for FTNT. That happened last week. FTNT went hammer in force above $79.75. If I was not the first one in on hit on this, here's your days. All right. All I had to do is find another way in there. All right. 2-2 reversal back up here. All right. I'm sure there was a reversal here. All right. But definitely there was a way in here. All right. There was a way. Let me see here on the second. Here's the second. All right. So these bars here. All right. Can't find a way in here on the daily. You drop down to the 60s, find a way in there. Okay. There's a reversal in there somewhere you can jump in on. All right. A reversal back into the green. But I definitely want, I'm looking at what's happening on the week. I'm trading weeklies. Let's see here for day trade or swing trade. I want to swing trade, and mostly I trade shares. That keeps me out of trouble. See, I traded options yesterday, got wrecked. Tried to day trade some options, got wrecked. I want to trade. My jam is those weekly charts. All right. Let's see here. Another question. So I have some in my community. So I have some stratters in my community, and she likes the 1-3 setup. Can you show a few examples? Yes. 1-3. Someone had a 1-3. Was a cop. We can scan for them. Let's go daily. Let's go daily. No, let's go weekly. What did weekly do? And then a 1-3. Let's see if there's anything out there. I don't have anything off the top of my head. But some 1-3s, how do those work? All right, 1-3s on the week. All right, this one's to the lows, but the week. So 1-3 is a 1-bar rev strat. All right, it's a 1-bar rev strat. So inside bar and a 3. All right. Now, based on time frame continuity, you know, you want to see where this is more likely going to go. But this did go 2-1-2 up. This did go inside and up, but then came back down. So the sellers took over this below $97.78. All right. So you can short it here. All right. Short it there. 1-3. Costco. That's a messy one. Try to get you some good examples. 1-3. All right. It did go 2 up, but then fails, starts coming back down. Once it takes out the bottom side of that scenario 1, once it takes out the lows, then it's game on. All right. Game on. Didn't hit magnitude. All right. But game on. Here's a nice 1-3 right here. Golly. All right. Inside bar. Did go 2 up, but then starts coming back down, and that 2 turns into a 3 once it goes below that inside bar. Takes out both sides of the previous range, and they just got obliterated here. I wonder if this was a gap down, but this was huge. All right, huge, and it continues on. All right, to the lows. Wow. Shop was a 1-3. That's right. Shop was a 1-3. I knew something was in my mind, but I couldn't pull it out. Shopify 1-3 on the week. All right. Again, took out the lows. Once it starts coming back up, takes out the highs at 125.94. Boom. All right. Now you're in. Now you're in. That's how you want to do that. That's how you want to trade those. Yep. Yep. So that is a reversal. All right. And the buyers or the sellers becoming a lot more aggressive in the same timeline. Yep. No problem. Those are weekly examples. So we can look at dailies. I don't know if it'll pull anything up. Let me see here. Let's try. Oh, we got some. Let's see if we have some more examples. Some good examples looking at this daily chart. All right, again, it did take out the highs, but once you see it's not going anymore and starts coming back in, all you got to do is wait. All right. Once it takes out the lows, now you're in. All right. Now sellers in control. DTE back to the highs, but it's not a great example. There's one as well, but again, we like long red and green bars. Not these little stubby things. So I'm trying to find you some good examples. Again, why it's kind of important and why these are good. This is not necessarily a great example because it doesn't go very far. You got like what, $1? You made $1 on this one, but this 1-bar rev strat, the 1-3 reverses and then makes this weekly go in force. All right. It looks like the weekly was in force before this, but it definitely continued. All right. So this hammer in force on the week. All right. And if you were not able to get in on any of that, all you had to do is wait for that inside day. That did happen, and wait for that thing to trigger above $58.87. Now you're in. Do you see a possible TTO triangle layout on FLX after outside month mag hit? Magnitude XLF. All right. XLF after outside month magnitude hit. Outside month. I don't see an outside month on XLF. I do see that, you know, it did come to all the way down here to the lows. I do not see an outside month on this. You do have a hammer on the day. So will this thing go back up on Monday? That's the question, right? So it could, all right. No actionable signal on the week. This would be a lot more powerful, and I'd say yes, definitely. If this was like a 2-up on the week, or, you know, like a hammer on the week, I'd be like, oh yeah, we're about to see this thing go back to the other way. Go back the other way. But we do have a hammer on the day. So you'll be looking to see if that goes above $50.60, and the magnitude is 51.79. All right, so we'll see what they want to do there. On the quarter, okay. That makes a little more sense. All right. Again, XLF. This is, what is this? XLF is banks, isn't it? Financial. But we'll see. We'll see. It did go scenario 3 on the quarter. We'll see. I don't know. I hate saying I don't know, but I don't know. All right. We'll see. Definitely a possible TTO on the triangle layout, TTO on the daily. Yep, quarter. I see quarter. Yeah, we'll see how far. We took out a couple of these took out some stops, took out some targets. So we'll see how far they want to go. I really doubt they're going to go all the way down to 42, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, cool. Possible TTO on the daily chart, though. That's what I'll say. Yes, definitely on the day. Possible TTO back on the day. Yes. And just for some more signals, it's 12 o'clock. Just for some more signals on the watch list, let's go ahead and look for inside weeks. Are there any good ones? I'm not going to put all the inside weeks on here because that'd be crazy, right? I don't want a whole bunch of crap on here. Oh, there's a lot of inside weeks. All right, so we're looking for some continuations. Why are we looking for some continuations? Because there are no actionable signals on the broader averages. All right. Expedia. It's been a long time since I've seen Expedia do anything. Humana. Inside week. Starbucks inside week, and this one is 2-2 back up on the quarter. All right, so this is 2 up on the quarter. I like this one. Starbucks. Let's see if Starbucks wants to go 3-1-2 back up above $99.33. All right, so for Zay, one more time, this would be, it would look like this. All right, 3 inside bar and then 2 up. That's the kind of thing we're looking for, okay? Now this could go 3-1-2 down, which will look like this, 3-1-2 down. But again, we're looking for a 3-1-2 up. So we're looking for something like this next week. That's what we're looking for. Starbucks, I like that one. Probably going to be a short list for next week. I'll definitely keep looking, see if I see anything else in these other T-Mobile. Speaking of T-Mobile, inside on the week. All right. I think someone said T-Mobile. I should start talking, and I didn't even acknowledge the inside week. Sorry about that. Inside week. Let's see if that goes above 222.38. Okay. All right. Vicky always comes up on these watch lists, on these scans, but it's always a hot mess. It's always doing this. All right. Vicky's always just. She's a mess. She is a mess. All right. Inside on the week for VLTO, WTW. Inside on the week. That is a hammer, but gross. What's going on in Dow Jones? Let's see if there's anything in here. Yep, Starbucks. Yep. UNH 322 possible. I think I did look at UNH. Maybe I didn't. It is hammer on the month. Let's see if they want to go above 295.51 and possible 322 back down. Okay, I see that below 282.56. The magnitude's 272.18. Okay. Okay. We're going to quickly go down this one. If you don't have a universe of stocks that you like, it's okay to start with Dow Jones. Dow Jones is a really good one to look at. There's only 30 stocks in here, okay? Boeing's on the list. Possible, oh, that's Coca-Cola. What did I see? Disney. I seen something. Cisco, motherbar problems. Definitely motherbar problems, but possible 22 down below $77.61. Motherbar problems. We're gonna skip it. We'll skip it. Momo Shooter for Goldman Sachs. That's interesting. Let's see if they want to take that down below 801.73. The magnitude's 775. Probably just some profit taken, but we'll put it on there. What you're going to need, though, is a reversal on the daily to get in on that. All right. So you'll need a 2-2 down on the daily to get in on what's happening on the week. Home Depot. Just trying to find some more signals to beef up this up. Monday, once Monday opens, we'll get a lot more signals, and then I'll probably put out some more. Nike to lows. I had to cut that one. Mess. It did hit magnitude on the week, but then that was it. Done. Dunzo. Got some old stuff on Travelers. It's been a long time since I looked at this one. UNH. I was talking about this being a bad ticket. It never went away. So, well, Visa. I wouldn't really call that a shooter on Visa. Let's see if they want to go below 312.78. The magnitude is 303.74. We'll see. There's also a hammer on the daily, so you want to see what goes in force, the weekly shooter or the hammer on the daily. Not seeing a lot out here, honestly, guys. Not seeing a whole bunch. Again, those inside weeks, those are decent. So this is what we have so far. All right, for the week. All right, that's all we have for the week. Now, you'll see all these other, Strat shows. They talk about 3-week bars, 9-week bars, 4-day bars. All right, that's because, or 2-week bars. Nothing wrong with 2-week bars, but that's because there's no actionable signals on the main time frames: monthly, weekly, daily, 60. I mean, it's just a hot mess. Let's go down the monthly watch list real quick for March. All right, we're gonna wrap this up, but I want to go down the monthly watch list for March. Okay, one that's new is Coin. All right, 2-2 reversal back up on the month. Coin. Need to find a way in that, but Coin. Let's see if that gets up back up to 260.96. All right. Apple shooter in force on the month. Let's see if that gets down to 240. All right, 240. ABBV, nothing yet. APP app. That did trigger at 509.94. The magnitude's 677. All right. AXON, that is in force right now. The magnitude is 648. I want to call this one carpet so bad. Inside on the month. CVS did trigger but came back in. Delta Air, shooter in force on the month. All right. Taking them out, trying to get down to $55.28. EFX, did trigger. Let's see if that re-triggers above 210.56. The magnitude's 231.01. Netflix is a new one. All right, 3-2 up. I'm in this one. And the magnitude's 210.20. Pacey did trigger 2-2 reversal back up, and the magnitude's 159. Roku, hammer in force. It's in force right now. The magnitude is 116.78. Starbucks, already talked. Inside on the week. Why is this on the monthly? Because it's inside the week here. Excuse me, it's inside month. Sorry about that. Caught up in my words. Let's see if they want to get above 101.35. TYL. All right, that's triggered right now. Hammer in force. The magnitude is 457. UAL, shooter in force on the month, trying to get down to $89.26. And then UNH, hammer on the month. Let's see if that goes above 295.23. The magnitude is 358. Okay, 358. And then VRSK, trying to see if that goes above 218. Okay. Oh, Ants here says he wants to look at TTD. TTD. Can't look at TTD. They don't want me to look at TTD. All right. Oh boy, you messed my show up. You messed it up. Oh no. Maybe I typed in the wrong thing. TTD. TTD. I typed in the wrong thing. Not your fault. That was my fault. All right. TTD. It is 2-2 up on the month. Let's see if that re-triggers above $31.08. The magnitude is $40.80. It did go hammer and force on the week. All right. So trade desk. All right. You can be in that. You can be in trade desk. If you're a trade desk already, you can still be in there. It's been beat up though. Okay. Whatever was going on with trade desk back in beginning of, or at the end of the year last year, 2024, whatever happened, all right, it's bad, all right. So hopefully this could be a way for them to get back up there, but all right, messy. Insiders, what we doing? A lot of people getting awarded. Okay, a lot of people getting in there. Okay, insiders getting in there. Let's see here. Trade desk analysis turns bearish. Webull downgrades. We got some downgrades on this thing in the news anyway. All right, so if it's going to go, it's really got to go. All right, it's going to work. It's really got to work. Shout out to let's see here. Let me do this. Shout out to TrendSpider. Our new we already know that they have a widget for Sidekick. All right, Sidekick. Which is their AI bot thing, but it looks like they're putting it more directly in here. Got a new icon, make it a lot easier to see. So I'm currently looking at Boeing weekly chart, gather all the data you have for Boeing and provide your summary of the big picture for the market. All right. And again, if you don't have TrendSpider, get in the description. All right, hit that link, get you a nice discount on TrendSpider, up to 25% on that. All right. We're going to see what this does real quick for Boeing on the week. It's fetching some data for us, but then after that, I'm going to wrap it up. So next week, be careful. All right, be careful. I know I'm going to be careful. Be careful. Fetching some history, some earnings, some analysis on Boeing. What do we think they gonna do? right, we got some information here. All right, full picture on Boeing. Fine. This is fine. I'll do the heavy lifting. That's funny, as usual. All right, so Boeing starting to come back up, the price action. All right, it's a simple line chart. You can always go to a line chart if everything looks too messy. Got to go back to work. Thank you for being here, Ant. Thank you. Thank you. All right. All-time low in 2025 was 136. Recent highs is 252. Nice little metric here. All right, so it's just more information on Boeing. So anyway, this is a good tool here on TrendSpider to get all the information you need on stuff and things. And this was coded by professionals. All right, not Cody the coder. All right. Some good stuff in there for you, all right? So that's all on TrendSpider. Go check it out. Go check it out. Let me get out of this tank. All right. Thank you so much for everybody being in here. Thank you, Zay. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Carlo. Ant, we got T, Marlon B, Terry Baker, Zay, I think I said that already, sorry about that, Zay, Wendy, and thank you for everybody. Thank you everybody being here. Dub Jones, Beach Bum, it's been fun. Jimmy in the house, seriously, thank you guys for being here. Ryan, Katie, yes, Katie's like, it's a tough week. Yeah, it was a tough week. It was a tough week. So don't forget that link in there. Get you a Strat Soldier coffee cup. Get you one of them Strat Soldier coffee cups. And if you watch this entire show and you're like, wait a minute, I don't know anything about what's going on with stocks, all right? Check out the Strat. Go to thestratsoldier.com. Check out the Strat Starter Kit, and you get 2 ebooks with that: Zero to Trading and then Hammer in Force, and you get one of these coffee cups sent to your house directly. Okay, all right, and then go check out the execution course. The execution course, which talks about all the actionable signals in the Strat, all right? And Zay was, excuse me, not Zay, Cedric, for all the traders out there, I was really impressed with Strat Soldier's execution course. He explains everything to a T. A lot of questions I had about learning the Strat are explained in the execution course. So there's some videos in there. There's, of course, standard stuff in there, course stuff. But it's good, and anything you get on thestratsoldier.com, you have email access to me, and I will answer any questions you guys got. All right, send me charts, send me everything you need. All right, I'll get it. I'll help you make sure it makes sense and it clicks. All right, so this is the Strat Soldier for the weekend shift. Thank you for everybody being in here. This was fun as always. Thank you. Very first week of March. Be careful out there. It looks like we're going to the lows. All right, but who knows? All right. I know we don't necessarily trade the news, but keep your eye on the news. All right, a lot of weird stuff going on out there. Be careful, and don't get triangled out on your personal relationships. Make a phone call. Go visit somebody. Go do your thing. All right, all right. If it's inside bar, do what you need to do to get that thing to go to up. All right. This is the Strat Soldier for the weekend shift. Thank you so much for everybody being in here. This was fun. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.